Leviticus 23:8 says this, "But you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh 7 days, and the seventh day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servant work therein." Basically, in a nutshell, he's saying that this is a great time to gather. This is a holy convocation. This is a gathering of the saints together. Now, you may be in a place where you can't gather with any saints. Maybe you live in a part where nobody believes in keeping the Sabbath. Well, you know what? Then your family is a holy convocation. Maybe you're in a situation where you can't meet on Sunday, that your congregation has to meet, or excuse me, Saturday, that it has to meet on a different day of the week because for some physical limitation you can't. Well, you do your best to meet as a holy convocation on Shabbat. That's what it's all about. It is doing your best. He asks us to be holy. Holy is doing your best to do what he tells you to do through faith. That's what cleanses us and makes us holy. He expects us to fall. That's why he says in Romans 8:1, there's no condemnation anymore for those who are in Yeshua. Now you can go through, do the best that you can, but when you do fall, you will not be condemned. But before Yeshua died, didn't matter if you did your best at all. When you broke the law, you were condemned. Isaiah 58:13 says this, and I highlighted and underlined it because it's important. "If you keep your feet from breaking the Sabbath and from doing as you please on my holy day, if you call the Sabbath a delight and Yahweh's holy day honorable, if you honor it by not going your own way and doing as you please or speaking idle words, then you will find your joy in the Lord." Then you will find your joy in the Lord. You hear what I'm saying? Then, or hear what he's saying? You will find the joy in the Lord. So if you don't wake up every morning and you don't have joy from Yahweh filling your heart, then I'm going to suggest to you that your pipe is clogged. Because the truth can only do one thing, and that sets you free. The power of God only works through two things. It works through truth and humility. So if your pipes are clogged with traditions and doctrines of men or anything else, then the joy of the Lord cannot come through. Blessings do not flow when we are in disobedience. So what is that scripture telling us? That scripture is telling us that if we take his Sabbath and we call it a delight, that we are not supposed to do whatever we want to do. This is not a day for us to be selfish, to go do what we want to do. This is a day to set apart, to spend time with him, and to love your family, because there is no greater law than to love your neighbor as yourself. And your neighbor starts at home. You can't even prepare work, because he knows our hearts. Back in Numbers 15:32, it says, "While the Israelites were in the desert, a man was found gathering wood on the Sabbath day." So the reason why I bring this scripture up is because we are so good as American Israelites, what I call American Israelites, that we'll do exactly what they do. Is on Shabbat, we'll start to get bored because, we've read the Bible for only so many hours, and we start to prepare to work. Yahweh says, no, this is my day. You guys work all the time. You're addicted to work. You can't sit in my presence and just be still. He wants to train us to be still before the Lord. Is there anything so wrong with this? Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho. Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good. Who is the Easter Bunny? Where did we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.